Hey everybody, I'm Kirsten and welcome to Talk Travel Eat. Like the title of this video says, it's true, we've moved. Backstory. We're from San Diego, California, and for those of you that know us, you know we've lived in so many neighborhoods in San Diego. We've lived in Mira Mesa, Scripps Ranch, Hillcrest, Carmel Valley, La Jolla, UTC, downtown. Did I miss any? We've moved all over that city, so we're used to moving. In fact, we've even lived in New York City twice, and we even lived in Maui, Hawaii for a minute. So we're used to moving. With all of our moves, we've always known that at some point we were going to need to live somewhere that was a bit more sustainable when we thought about being retired people. Now, we're a little bit older than we look, and we really aren't that far off of retirement age. And San Diego, it's a beautiful city. They call it America's finest city for a reason. But it just is a really, really expensive place to live. So a few years back in 2017, we actually moved ourselves to North Carolina because we thought, oh, North Carolina has a lower cost of living than California. We could afford a nice house there, and it seemed like it would be a really great place to retire. So we moved there, we bought a house, and we probably loved it for a couple of weeks. Looking back, we loved our house. It was just a really, really gorgeous house, and the house was our personality, but the whole experience, it just was not for us in the end. Growing up in California and then moving to North Carolina, it just wasn't a good fit for us. So we moved ourselves back to San Diego. So we found ourselves back in San Diego, and we were still faced with that same question: what was our end game? How are we going to spend our retirement years? Because we really didn't see being able to afford to retire in San Diego. It just costs too much money. So fast forward to 2020, and we all know what happened in 2020. COVID changed a lot of things for a lot of people, ourselves included. At the end of the day, we just could not figure out a good reason why we were living our lives in such a stressful way. I didn't realize how stressed out I had been for years. Working as a nurse, as much as I loved it, it really took its toll. It's really hard. I work in oncology, and I loved caring for my patients, but I also knew it wasn't sustainable. Just the amount of deaths witnessed over the years, and then having this unknown of COVID happen and all of the deaths associated with that. I wasn't working on a COVID unit, but the level of stress and anxiety I felt was like nothing I had ever felt before, and it really started to affect my health physically and mentally. And so I had to step away. And after a lot of reflection, I just knew I could not get myself back in that place that was really difficult to get out of physically and mentally. It just wasn't worth compromising my health any longer. We decided to figure out how to live the life we always wanted instead of just dreaming about it. So we feel very fortunate that we were able to come here to Portugal. So a lot of you might be asking, why Portugal? Here were our top reasons for considering Portugal. 1, safety. And safety is very, very important, obviously. We wanted to move somewhere where we could feel safe. The climate that we're living in these days, I'm not sure if it's just a sign of the times, but things in the US don't feel quite as safe as they once did. But safety is a huge concern for us. Portugal is extremely safe. If you do any kind of research on Portugal, it ranks high as one of the safest countries in the world. So that is a huge plus. The next thing that Portugal provides for us is great infrastructure. We're spoiled coming from the US with the infrastructure. We are used to having everything we need within arm's reach. Portugal just has something for everyone. The infrastructure is great. Public transportation, international airports, just everything you could want within arm's reach. The third reason we considered Portugal was because of its healthcare system and the cost of healthcare. We knew that the cost of healthcare was just too much in the US. Insurance premiums through the roof. Insurance connected to your job. You don't have your job, well, you have to go figure out how to find insurance. It's just, the system is broken. Here in Portugal, in addition to their National Health Service, which is available to all residents, there are networks of private hospitals everywhere, and for these private hospitals, you maintain private health insurance. Now, our private health insurance that we currently have here in Portugal, it costs less per year than probably 2 months of premiums in the United States. It's very affordable. Healthcare here is not a luxury, it's a right, as it should be. The quality of care that is available to us is just top-notch. We've both already gone to a few doctor's appointments, and just the care has been outstanding. The system runs smoothly, and we're just really impressed with it, and it is a huge reason why we chose Portugal. The fourth reason we chose Portugal is the lower cost of living, and we're able to maintain a high standard of living. The housing prices for rentals are significantly lower than what we would be able to afford in San Diego. We live in a nice apartment, and it's not costing us very much. In fact, probably the last time we paid rent at this price was probably back in around 1995 or 96, if I'm dating myself. So again, there are price ranges for everyone. You can pay as much as you want here, but you can also find something for as little as you want. We can talk about that more in another video. The fifth reason we chose Portugal is the ease of getting back to the United States. Some of the places we were considering were considerably far away from our home in San Diego, and here on the west coast of Europe, we can fly back to New York in about 5 hours and then just hop on over to San Diego. So it's relatively easy to get back to the United States from here, and that was a consideration. The sixth reason, obviously, our love for travel. There's so many opportunities for travel here. Living in Portugal. Portugal itself, there's so much to see and experience, and to get to other parts of Europe, short flights everywhere. Places we thought we'd never have the chance to visit simply because it's so expensive to fly from the US to these places. Here, you could fly, to Spain for 20 euro. There'll be a lot of opportunities for travel in the future. We're really excited about that. Obviously, with COVID, we're not traveling as much as we'd like to, but we have so much to learn and discover about our newly adopted country and our newly adopted city. We feel we'll have lots of chances to travel in the future. So those are the primary reasons we chose Portugal. I would say adding a seventh reason to that, lucky seven, is we wanted to live somewhere where the people are friendly. Portugal, when we visited the first time a few years back, we just fell in love with the vibe here, the people. It's just a real laid back kind of country, and I hate to generalize a whole country, and obviously I don't know that much about it as a whole to really generalize that way, but based on my personal experience, it's just been wonderful to deal with the Portuguese people. Everyone has been really welcoming, and we're really enjoying it. So let me know what you think about this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you have any questions. So if you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Upcoming, we're going to talk about our life here in Portugal, our struggles with learning the language, how we found our place to live, just what it's been like. It's definitely been challenging in a lot of ways, and we're just excited about the future. So thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.